Hello, and finally, another installment of my instructional video for YouTube. Sorry it took so long, but I've been rather busy lately with doing a bunch of different things with bands and such, but now I've got some free time, so I want to get back to it. Today, let's hit 9/8, and this one will be fun, and if you've already watched the other two, this should make a lot of sense, and it should be pretty straightforward, and I'll just kind of give you some ideas with this one that'll hopefully help you out along the way. If you're not familiar with this, or if this is, maybe hitting you at the wrong time, then I highly recommend you check out the other two videos just to get a little better basis for what I'll be discussing today. So let's jump into it. First off, before you get all confused, yes, I do have a funky guitar. I just got it recently. This is a handmade guitar from Las Vegas that I got custom ordered for me, and the frets that you see fanned like that is called the Novak's fret system. And check it out, it just helps with intonation, and it's got a couple other cool features, and the bridge is really neat, and it's nifty. And then of course what you see behind me there is a brand new Mesa Boogie Rectifier Maverick. So that's the equipment that I'll be using, so if you're wondering about the sounds, that's it. Alright, 9/8. So we already know that we can divide up the beats of anything that we're counting, and that we can split them up into whatever fashion that we want. So if you talk to a classical music person and you say 9/8, most likely what they're going to think of is kind of a waltz feel. So it'll be a 3/4 style progression, and what I mean by that is it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, and that'll be the feel of it. But there's hundreds of other ways that you can divide up 9/8 or do a different feel of it. So let's get right into it. So 9/8, how can you split that up? 3, 3, and 3. You can do a 5 and a 4 and a 5. You can do a 6 and a 3. You can do whatever you want, really, any combination of accents that you want to do to make it as creative as you want it to be. So that's your choice, and it's up to you. Here's what 3/4 sounds like if I were to play it in just kind of a circular rhythm. And I'm going to split this one up into 3, 3, and 3. So I'm going to spin 3 beats on each one of the chords so that you can kind of hear it rotate around. So, and it'll count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, repeat. That's what 9/8 kind of feels like if you were to divide it up into that. Now, if you want to do something different with it, like let's say you want to do a 4 and a 5, you could maybe take something and go. Let's see, what would you do? Something like that, or you really kind of chop up the accents to make it sound really funky and off-kilter like that. So you can do whatever you want with it. And just remember, whenever you're counting out 9/8, generally the 8 is going to mean that it's the feel of it. That's what people are saying. I saw some comments on the last one where they sort of explained the difference between like 9/8 and 9/4, 7/8 and 7/4 as the feel. And that's pretty much accurate. I mean, it's a subjective topic in some ways because it just depends on the feel. So if you wanted to do like something at 9/4, that would have more of a feel of going like. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or any division that you wanted to do, and it would have more of a straightforward feel. You could do a normal beat with it, and it wouldn't feel real funky or off kilter because the timing of it is slower in a 9/4 format. Good example of that, if you listen to Peter Gabriel's Salisbury Hill, that's an example of a really good solid 7/4. So listen to that song and just kind of hear where his accents are. If you nod your head to it, it feels like a straightforward beat, and it almost doesn't even feel off kilter. But when you listen to it, it's 7/4. 7/8 is going to be a quicker tempo that you're counting the numbers out, and so it will have sort of that quirky off-kilter feel. So now what I'm going to do, just to end this one up, hopefully you understood that okay, I'm going to play a song that I wrote. It's a little clip from it actually, and it's called To Ravish the Disillusioned, and it's a little segment of the song that I wrote that's in 9/8, so you can kind of hear some different ways of breaking that up. And if you'd like to hear the whole song in context, if you want to visit www.web.mac.com/drawthemoral, that's DRAWTHEMORAL, and I'll post that over here to the side of the screen. You can check that out, and that's the song in its entirety. And be warned, it's a 14-minute song because I like the longer song structures. But anyway, I'm going to be doing some more videos soon on some polyrhythms and other things that you guys have touched on in the comments. And just talk about doing multiple rhythms at the same time, what that'll look like, what that feels like, and any other topics that we have. I want to try to get into chords and other things like that. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this is informative, and take a listen.